Clearly, the mom who was working on the farm found herself in a very uncomfortable position. The perspectives of the child and the parent are what I found most compelling. So, after reading the chapter and the article, I was most concerned with the manner, obviously, with which the migrant mom was being treated by her coworker. He clearly felt that she was subservient, probably lacking education. Even more deeply troubling was that her child witnessed the entire ordeal. The mom's reaction was even more compelling in that she was more concerned that her child was aware that they should respect others even though they themselves were being disrespected. From the mom's perspective, I'm thinking she might be aware of services that are available in the community, but that being said, the question is whether she's willing to use them. So we learned that time and family are two very real struggles in the migrant farmer's life. Most often, young children join their parents in the field because the parents are unable to afford childcare at home. Also, in many cases, families would prefer to stay together during the day, even if that includes your young children staying out and spending the entire day out in the hot sun while their parents work. So, if parents are aware that services are available in order to foster their education, why are they not making good use of them? Many migrant worker moms and dads consider themselves poor students based on what little or lack of formal education they've had. Communal centers, for instance, for education they would be daunting. They'd be very overwhelming for these people. Just because migrant workers speak Spanish, it doesn't mean that they're able to learn in Spanish. Most importantly, literacy is not the mere fact that you speak a language. We learned that one of the goals of literacy is to allow and invite learning materials into the home. And on paper, that sounds really great for these communities, but most of them live in very low standard housing. So these parents are less willing to take the responsibility on of bringing books or magazines home out of fear that they're going to be lost or destroyed, and then they'd have to replace them. That's a cost for them. The child's perspective is a little stickier. On the one hand, life as they know it often is accompanying their parents into the fields. In the article that we read, it was really disturbing to see that the child was witnessed, again, to her mom being ridiculed and maligned. The strength of the family unit and their core beliefs really shone through, and that child knew not to have contempt for the man berating her mom, as awful as it was. Rather, she was clearly taught by her parents that it doesn't necessarily, what this person said doesn't necessarily speak for their race or their creed. So the child's perspective opens our minds that she's looking forward to a greater picture. And my thought is that could be the catalyst for change for her family.